We have somebody that doesn't have a clue.
I'm not from America, so I guess I can say this will be very unpopular. I don't care about any of Trump's social policies. If he actually becomes some peace guy,
it could
I
be,
say
America,
sorry guys, GG. Yeah. I'm sure it's fucked. I'm happy that America's not doing it anymore.
Yeah, if you guys are the sacrifice, I will happily give up 350 million of you
for the remainder 8 billion of us.
You must understand.
How many billions do we have?
We got like 7.2 billion, 7.3 billion.
Yeah, sorry guys.
So sorry guys, you're going to have to make a sacrifice here. It's for world peace, as Trump said.
Well, I found it kind of insane looking at like, I don't know, during his election campaign, he was trying to distance himself a lot from the Project 2025 stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, we're not going to ban abortion. We're not doing this, not doing that. And I feel like these clips specifically, I've seen a lot on Twitter. And he says kind of like the most red hot stuff there. Yeah. So I want to see if there's anything. The American Academy.
What is the idea with calling them illegal aliens? Why
aliens?
Why aliens? Well, like we have the meaning for the word alien.
Yeah.
And then you sure you can apply it to someone that is from somewhere else. Sure. But we know what alien means. Stop it. Dehumanization. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's so obvious that they're doing that.
Protect students from the radical left and Marxist maniacs.
Yeah, let's listen to that first.
Let's see what he's going to do about us. God, he's so good at content. Perfect little sound bites.
For many years, tuition costs at colleges and universities have been exploding.
This is on Rumble. I guess that makes sense. We should go on Rumble.
Why?
I want to be on the same app as the... Whoa, what a freeze frame. Holy shit. That's just a normal sentence? Jesus. Can you put subtitles? That's what I was trying to work out, but I don't think I can.
Absolutely exploding. While academics have been obsessed with indoctrinating America's youth, the time has come to reclaim our once great educational institutions from the radical left, and we will do that. Our secret weapon will be the college accreditation system. It's called Accreditation for a reason. The accreditors are supposed to ensure that schools are not ripping off students and taxpayers, but they have failed totally. When I return to the White House, I will fire the radical left accreditors that have allowed our colleges to become dominated by Marxist maniacs and lunatics. We will then accept...
I find this shit so funny. It's been a constant thing since education was free back in like the fucking 50s and 60s. It's been constantly working to peel that back.
Yeah.
And like it doesn't matter whether you're like talking about right-wing talking points like Trump or you're like a center-left person, you're all trying to make uni more expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just funny that he's got this dumb narrative that all these people are going to eat up. Like, oh, we're firing all these people and reducing all these things because they're all communists. And then,
firstly, none of them are communists.
No.
I'm sure there are one or two communist professors.
When I was at uni, there was probably maybe two in my faculty that would actually be like, oh, we're Marxists.
Most are very annoying centrists.
Yeah. Really frustrating.
And this is crazy for him to just say that. So what, anyone that is considered by him to be a radical left is going to lose their job?
No, I think he's firing people from the accreditation, whatever that is. But also, like, the whole point of that is to tick off universities. And then, like, if you don't get your tick, you have to restructure.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's the same game that everyone was playing. It's just like, you don't want universities to be accessible to people. You want it only for the rich. So you're going to gut it as much as possible. Like that's...
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Applications for new accreditors who will impose real standards on colleges once again and once and for all. These standards will include defending the American tradition and Western civilization, protecting free speech, eliminating wasteful administrative positions that drive up costs incredibly.
That's awesome.
Removing all Marxist diversity, equity, and inclusion bureaucrats, offering options for accelerated and low...
It's just so funny. You're meant to have a place that's for learning, right?
Yeah.
Where you discuss all the newest ideas, and it's just everybody be like, yeah, except for those ones.
They're too new for us.
If you have this idea, you're fired. And it's just like, okay, well, then what's the point of university? Like, I don't understand.
What the fuck?
the reason there's a group of people who believe this at university is because people do lots of research at uni.
Yeah.
Like, oh God.
Honestly, uni can be good. Like, I wasn't good at uni, but there were some things that were very interesting. People that were, you know, super dedicated to a completely niche subject, which is like, good on you for exploring this thing I've never ever thought about.
And then had the space to
and then
completely
discussing it with
focus on.
academics. And like, and Sydney Uni did have some pretty radical people that was like, obviously they're strict in terms of they try to play by the books, but there's still some leeway there for some people to sneak in to actually, you know, give some crazy ideas to students, whether that be on the right or on the left. But I think there were some pretty left. You know,
Well, it depends on the uni as well.
Yeah.
I think I went to Sydney Uni and that was like more of a reputation of having like left-wing academy.
Yeah.
But even then, like I came in from high school thinking of myself as some kind of communist.
Yeah.
And I went in there and I got fucking thrashed. Like it was awful. I believed in nothing for like the next 3 years. I was like, well, like I realized that the right wing has actual ways to defend their points.
Yeah.
And they're not all just trying to brainwash you. They actually believe in something.
Yeah.
And I didn't believe in it for like 3 years up until like later in uni, you kind of rebuild a new kind of ideology. But like, it's crazy to think that they're there indoctrinating you. It's just like, no, you're just learning about stuff. It would be like an indoctrination if you were raised in a super ignorant household that never questioned anything. Then yes, you're going to go there and you're going to start being like, oh, why are we saying grace or some shit? Like, you know, like it's...
Yeah. But that's like my first uni I went to was ACU, Australian
Catholic uni, yeah.
And that was the opposite in that it was like, it's a Catholic uni. You know, there are nuns walking around. And the only reason I went there was because it was the only one I could get into, which was very funny. And I was like, I'll do this for a bit and then just transfer to a different uni. I didn't do that, but yeah, very, very funny. But Sydney was good. And I liked it. There was like, I liked the clubs. And the fact that there were so many different clubs.
So good.
Like,
but again, it's just like the more you fucking eat into the university budgets and stuff and like do all these cuts, the less like poor people will be able to go to uni.
Yeah.
Like it's so stupid.
No, it's so fucked. Stratty campus? No, I went to the North Sydney campus.
Course degrees, providing meaningful job placement and career services, and implementing college entrance and exit exams to prove that students are actually learning and getting their money's worth. Furthermore, I will direct the Department of Justice to pursue federal civil rights cases against schools that continue to engage in racial discrimination and schools that...
He's talking about a diversity policy. That's racial discrimination.
Yeah. He's like, you can't discriminate against white people.
Yeah, okay.
He's firing anyone who does DEI or Marxism, which is like what university is like, this is our Marxist policy. Like, we're doing Marxism.
The thing is, you understand, like, in their basic concepts of racism, they're like, oh, yes, letting someone that's black in over a white person, that's the real racist thing. It's like, no, it's trying to address an issue to try and change things, where you have a group of people from a certain area because, you know, they don't have access to the same things that which white people do, that they don't get a good education and they don't get to uni. So you're trying to solve that problem by, it's kind of like a brain drain, but, you know, you kind of put educated people back into those communities. But
another reason it's so offensive is that it does work, you know, like affirmative action is successful.
I would say there are times when it might not work in that, like sometimes a bit like a brain drain in terms of like, let's say you get someone from a rural area and they're the educated one.
All the people from the ghetto are educated. Who's going to be in the ghetto? It's like now the ghetto's empty.
I mean, like then those people are more likely not to go back to the rural communities they're from. You know what I mean? In terms of, it's obviously better for them, but at the same time, it's kind of like...
No, but then you've got a cousin who's done this thing.
Yeah,
and it's like... And then their children, I don't know. I think there's just like it. I think it pulls a lot of people up. If someone in the family got a college degree,
and then also people from those areas will know more about the people in other areas, and then that's how programs get created for rural areas in the first place.
Look, you've got I don't know. Do we have any quotas of that kind in Australia? I still felt like probably like the majority of UCID staff were white Anglo-Saxon.
Oh,
and I imagine it's the same in the US.
I think UCID had a bias for international students because they had to pay 10 times.
Oh, students. Yeah. I was talking about that, like lecturers and stuff.
No, staff were majority. I think all of mine except one were white. Wait, no. They were all white.
That's so
My
funny.
Indigenous studies professor was white. No, that's
I don't want disgusting rural slobs at my university, Alex. I don't think that's what he said.
what?
I don't want disgusting rural slobs at my university.
I didn't say that. I love disgusting rural slobs in my university.
No programs.
Also, I was by far the most disgusting person at my university. I would always eat canned tuna in the thing, and just people would get so annoyed at me.
I was like,
yeah, no, everything's way too expensive.
well, Trump's going to fix it by firing a bunch of people and getting the regulator to cut off whatever that. I mean, it's the same thing as what was Bush's program?
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
teach
right.
kids to read right. No, what is it
Read
called?
right.
No Child Left Behind.
Yeah.
It's that
Which
thing.
was
It's just
cutting
like
funding.
yeah, it's just like if they're not performing, we're going to give them even less money, and it's just like it has no conception of how this is going to work. It's the same thing. It's like they're full of radical Marxists, so we're going to have an accreditation system that they won't pass, and then they'll get even less funding.
What do you think of my proposal, which is like a lame middleman proposal? So, if you go to university and you finish your degree and you get a job, you don't have to pay anything. If you go to university, you get a degree and you don't get a job, then you have to pay the tuition
That's
fees.
the opposite of what it should be.
You don't think that's good? Because then
Well, how are you going to pay it off?
You can't.
Then you do prison labor.
Yeah, it forces you to get a job.
Oh yeah, the issue is people don't want to work.
That's the issue.
Someone-
Everyone wants all these free degrees like me
Someone's become
at Aleksa.
I've studied for 5 years to become a neurosurgeon. I cannot be bothered to look at a brain.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to. I don't have
exactly.
anything to do with it.
I just wanted the knowledge.
Yeah, I just want the knowledge and I want to chill.
Yeah, that's it. See,
I
that's
want to have no money after
that's-
5 years of medical
that's
school.
my proposal. Said real job. Yeah, it is a real job.
This is a fake job.
We've got a fake job.
Yeah, this is crazy.
It's so funny. Sometimes people tell us like, "Oh, you guys are the best." They suck up to us, and I'm like, our job has no value.
Yeah.
Guess we provide entertainment.
We raised over fucking
That was pretty
$400,000 for Don
That
Ziggler.
was pretty good. Oh, what do? I put fish on the fucking strap them to a boat.
Yeah, it's true.
I abuse fish. That's my job.
Persist in explicit unlawful discrimination under the guise of equity will not only have their endowments taxed, but through budget reconciliation, I will advance a measure to have them fined up to the entire amount of their endowment. A portion of the seized funds will then be used as restitution for victims of these illegal
That's
and
so
unjust policies.
cool.
What did he say?
That's so cool. Okay, so people give endowments to universities.
Yes.
So let's say there's like a really sorry, this is crazy. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's just it sounds so batshit. Okay, so let's say there's like a famous black person who went through uni and became, rich and successful, and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna give $1 million to the university to sponsor a talented black kid.
Yep.
To have their uni fees paid for if they come to the uni and pass these tests, right? And then there's like a white person feels discriminated against by this endowment, and so they can challenge the uni. And this law means that the cost of that endowment the uni can be fined for that
wow.
amount. And what's crazy is that the white kids that are getting discriminated against, who are the ones that can actually take this to court?
Yeah.
The
rich.
super rich ones. So you'll just get this disgusting family whose dropkick nepotism son couldn't get into uni because he's so fucking stupid.
But
and then they're just like, well, you just got $1 million from this black guy.
But the thing is, they're already going to get in anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't think if you have enough money, you can be. There's no level of dumb you can be and not
No,
get in.
you're gonna get a job. I mean, look at this. Look at the president. He was born a millionaire. Oh,
We need to get a teleprompter. We really need a teleprompter.
Yeah. I need to move my mouth wider
We
when I
need to do
talk.
all our sponsorships with the teleprompter. It's
That's fucking cool. Okay. Can we
need
look
to
one up
do that.
now? I'm actually really excited.
Can we look up teleprompter?
I want the Interatron. We can do it later.
We're going to get a teleprompter. This is going to make our script reading
The Elgato
so
one
much
is super
easier.
great. We might be able to get that for free. I bought so much fucking Elgato shit, and
Can we
then
meet
we
at
went to
Elgato?
VidCon, and I went to the Elgato guy. I'm like, literally, I buy so much of this stuff. Make it worth my while.
Yeah, exactly.
I started rapping for him.
Policies that hurt our country so badly. Colleges have gotten hundreds of billions of dollars from hardworking taxpayers, and now we are going to get this anti-American insanity out of our institutions once and for all.
This is terrifying to
We are going to
hear.
have real education in America. Thank
What
you.
is real education? No,
It's pro-America. It's
no-
whatever the government says. That's real education.
Yeah, the Elgato one, you can even put like your chat on it and the camera behind, so you're reading, watching the screen, you're looking directly at the camera.
That's so cool.
I don't know if I want to look at the camera when I'm reading your message. All right, let's listen to another one. That was great. I really enjoyed that. This is real. This isn't satire though.
No,
I shouldn't
this
be
is
enjoying this.
Ending citizenship for children of illegals and outlawing birth
Yes,
tourism.
let's do that. Birth
So that's
tourism.
So, I mean, it's a lot of countries do it. What is it called? Sui juris or some shit.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if a baby's born in my country, they are a citizen of the country.
Even if you're traveling for tourism.
Yeah. So lots of countries do it. What is it called?
So if I travel to China,
Birth tourism is a derogatory way to say it, but what is it called? It's,
so if I go to China, have a kid there,
China sometimes allows it. There are countries that always allow it.
unconditional birth.
So unconditional birthright citizenship, pretty much all of South America, North America, fucking Chad. Yeah. It's such a Chad move.
Yeah,
To
it
be
is.
like anyone born here is a Chad. What is this? Tanzania?
Yeah, Kenya.
Yeah. And
Why does
and
Pakistan?
Pakistan.
Why does Pakistan have it?
Well, my son's going to give his
And
own my
Mongolia?
own life for
Mongolia
Pakistan.
has
Sometimes.
some restrictions.
With restrictions.
What are these woke
Iran.
countries? Is that Guam? Oh, because Guam's America.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Colombia's like, let's easy up, guys. Go to one of the neighbors. Same with Suriname.
Wait, is Hassan an anchor baby?
Oh, it's French Guiana. Oh, because it's France. Hassan's an anchor baby? No, he was born in Turkey. Was he born in the US? I don't know enough Hassan.
Hassan is. Wait, is he?
Oh, so India's abolished it. So that's gonna be the color now. US and India, the only two people who have had it and then been like, whoa. Who's going to India to do this? Fucking like the most annoying white people you know. It's just like you can't have your own ashram. I'm sorry. You are not a guru. Get the fuck out of here. Your kid is not. Oh my God.
You know what's so annoying is I was having the discussion with someone the other day about a friend was going to Indonesia and they were like, this friend may or not be pregnant. And they were like, oh, we can't have the baby in Indonesia because then the baby won't be an Australian citizen. Indonesia's not a fucking...
Yeah, but maybe you won't get either. Or I mean, you'll just
either?
apply for it in Australia. If both parents are Australian citizens.
Where's Bali? Bali's down here somewhere.
Bali's part of Indonesia.
Yeah, I know. Bali's here somewhere.
Wait, but you can do it for fucking Christmas Island or some stuff. You can. What are these guys? You can go to Mauritius?
My cousin was born in the US.
You can go to
so we're joint
Comoros?
citizens.
Is it? No, it's Reunion. Is this Comoros? Mayotte. You can never get
Does
Comoros.
Australia allow second passports? Yes.
Third
you can be
island.
a dual citizen.
I am a
with
dual
certain
citizen.
countries. Alexa's dual citizen.
That means
in
I can't be a
Serbia.
politician. They recently introduced it. The politicians.
You can.
can't.
You can just void one of your citizenship.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I love Serbia too much.
Yeah, which is crazy. It's crazy. What if I don't know. I feel like if I get arrested in China,
Yep.
I reckon they're going to help a Serbian brother out before they help a Australian out.
Yeah, but you're still an Australian brother.
No, but it just depends which passport I
Oh,
use.
so you come in with the Serbian passport? No, but the Serbian government is going to be way worse at getting you out of there than the Australian government.
Yeah, but at least like the Serbians and Chinese don't hate each other.
Oh,
You
you're
know-
right. You mean that China's more likely to use you as a political prisoner for Australia?
Yeah.
I just don't think
As
they're
a
gonna-
Serbian, they'd be like, we got no use for you, and also they'll dab me up.
they'll dab you up. I don't think they're going to dab you up.
They'll give me one of these.
Someone has 3 passports. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, well, we can get more.
I can't get more.
I think you can.
I can't
What
get
if you
more
marry someone?
from another area?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I should do that. I need to think
What
about
if you get someone to
marriage
give
like
birth to you somewhere?
that.
You get a really large person to push you out of them in like some country. You could be a born again Christian in Chad.
Andorra only asks for $100,000 to become citizen. Is that because Andorra's a tax haven?
That's a lot of money.
Are you not a dual
Oh,
citizen?
no, I guess
Alex?
Montenegro does
No,
the
I
same thing.
I was born here. My
That's
parents were born overseas, but I wasn't.
That's like Thaksin Shinawatra, the ex-president of Thailand, paid to become a citizen of Montenegro so he could escape and not get put in
That's
jail
sick.
by the king. I gotta go pee.
Well, should I listen to more Trump?
Joe Biden has launched an illegal foreign invasion of our country, allowing a record number of illegal aliens to storm across our borders. From all over the world they came. Under Biden's current policies, even though these millions of illegal border crossers have...
Why did they turn the lights off in this one? Was I not turning that down for...
I think it's one of the funniest twists of history.
How do we turn it down? I don't know how to do it.
On here.
Oh, yeah. What's the funniest twist in history?
Well, it's just like okay, when they're talking about illegal aliens coming in, it's like generally a catch-all for like Mexican people.
Yep.
And like Mexico's right there.
Yeah.
Like half of America was Mexico. Like it's such a funny situation where like throughout all of American history was like, oh, is this Mexico or is this the United States? Oh, we don't know. They worked it out like 100 years ago, and now they're just like, oh, look at all these Mexicans coming in. It's just like you guys were Mexico forever.
But you're ignoring the fact that you invaded and stole the land from Native Americans in
Yeah,
the first place. So
exactly.
shut the fuck up. What are you talking about?
It's so funny. Everything's like hanging by a thread. It's like, and that's probably why they're so confronted by Mexicans in their country, because like they know that they don't belong there.
Yeah, but their argument is always, oh, but we're allowed to do that because we're more civilized. They're like, this is fine. So if a more civilized alien society comes down that is undisputably better than America, which is very easy to do, America should then be like,
well,
look, you got teleportation.
Yeah.
Look, we just invented the wheel, but like we were never going to invent teleporters. So like, come on, you got our country.
It's so stupid. It's so monstrous. I just can't imagine what is this the stopping birthright.
Yep.
I don't know. It feels so weird. Like it's obviously it's like I've always felt shit about, like always cared about like migrant issues. Used to fucking volunteer with refugee stuff for ages, but like I feel like it hits different when you get older.
Yeah.
When you're making vague plans about like a family or a house, you realize like how fucking brutal it is to like lose that.
Yeah.
It's so insane. Like there would be so many people there who have planned out their entire life and like dedicated worked like non-stop in order to provide for a family on the basis that your kid is going to have a better life.
Yeah.
And then just out of nowhere, it's just like, nah, military's picking you up. It's just, it's unfathomable how traumatic that is.
Yeah, my dad was almost deported when my mum was preggo with my older sibling. Yeah, well.
Fucking insane.
It's crazy.
It's just so brutal.
Entered the country unlawfully, all of their future children will become automatic U.S. citizens. Can you imagine? They'll be eligible for welfare, taxpayer-funded health.
What American is eligible for welfare? It's so funny. Yeah, they're just giving money to these migrants. That's why they're working like below minimum wage, because we just give them so much money.
They're going to be eligible for the Obama phone. Like, what welfare do you have? What are you talking about?
It's so funny. Oh my God. They're like on a fucking like 10-year waiting list before they can access whatever, like, I don't even know what you call welfare in America.
Yeah.
So fucking stupid. I think I'd love the motivation of like, you're speaking to like a politically motivated, like right wing, I guess, working class in America who's upset that these people are stealing their welfare. It's so funny looking at like an incredibly rich man who's best friends with the richest man in the world, and then just being like, some Mexicans making money off me. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? This man right here, he's lived his whole life rich. The only reason he exists is because you're getting fucked. Like,
crazy.
Care, the right to vote, chain migration, and countless other government benefits, many of which will also profit the illegal alien parents. This policy is a reward for breaking the laws of the United States and is obviously a magnet.
it's just, I feel like I'm watching an episode of Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
it's so stupid.
This is horrible.
You got 2 days to deal with this alien. This is so bad. And even when it is a legitimate alien, you're still like, oh no, but family.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking about a human being. I don't even know what this rant is.
No, but it's just crazy.
Helping draw the flood of illegals across our borders. They come by the millions and millions and millions. They come from mental institutions. They come from jails, prisoners. Some of the toughest, meanest people you'll ever see. The United States is among...
Who is he describing? Bulk Bill.
Yeah, Bulk Bill.
Who's coming over the border?
The late, great Hannibal Lecter. Like, he came over the mountains illegally.
On an elephant. That was Hannibal Lecter, right?
Yeah, no, I'm an idiot.
Yeah. I thought you were making a joke.
No. I just forgot who Hannibal Lecter was.
Okay.
I was thinking about Hannibal.
And then I just added on to Hannibal. I was like, that's a funny joke you're making.
Yeah.
It wasn't a joke, okay.
No. He's literally a rapist. Yeah. It's so funny. Unlike me, you know, I'm not going to prison because I just became president, so I'm not allowed to go to prison. But these guys, some of the toughest people you've ever seen, it's just like,
This is a good point. I love it that he still doesn't understand that asylum seekers aren't from mental asylums. You are so right. That's what he thinks is happening. Why do we keep letting all these mental asylum seekers in here?
They're just looking for their asylum. They're lost.
That is what he thinks.
Among the only countries in the world that says that even if neither parent is a citizen nor even lawfully in the country, their future children are automatic citizens.
How do Australians feel about the USA being a fresh new hell, given you guys have had a few years of being cucked by plutocracy and coal heck, but you're no longer the most conservative Anglo nation? I'm here in the UK and we're now centre left and active left policies being implemented, and I'm seriously sad for the USA because I'm sad for all of us. I don't think the UK is in a nicer position. I think we're all pretty fucked.
Yeah, and I would say we're going the route of similar way to the US.
We'll see if Dutton gets in.
That could be pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's bad to look at the guy.
Who?
Dutton.
Oh, yeah. Gee, if you don't know who Peter Dutton is, I think we've shown him before.
Yeah, no, I just love this article so much.
Yeah, so this is a front page article. He is not a monster. That's the photo of him.
This is the puff piece where they spent a week with his family, and this is the best picture they could get with the best title.
He's not a monster.
The white orc is not a monster.
So funny. But this man might win. And if he wins...
the moment the parents trespass onto our soil. As has been laid out by many scholars, this current policy is based on a historical myth
Why did they turn the lights off?
and a willful
Because he said, "Turn off the
misinterpretation
lights.
of the law
Turn
by
off
the
the lights."
open borders advocates. There aren't that many of them around. It's amazing. Who wants this? Who wants to have prisoners coming into our country? Who wants to have people who are very sick coming into our country? People from mental institutions coming into our country.
What are you talking about? I think coming into the country is quite difficult.
Yeah.
And if you had all these other issues, you'd probably not make it across.
If you have just come from a mental asylum and you had a severe mental, thing happening while you're there, you're not going to be able to cross a border.
Yeah, I don't
What
think
are
you'd
you
have a good
talking
time in
about?
that caravan.
Same with someone that's, he said, really sick. He really does.
Also,
think
but
that-
he's finally in America. What does he picture? What is anyone picturing is happening? A really sick person crosses the border and suddenly they're healed by America's free healthcare system.
Yeah.
It's I finally made it across the border. I can pay $1 million for a broken leg.
Well, they're coming by the thousands, by the tens of thousands.
You said
As part of
millions
my
before.
plan to secure the border on day one
Okay.
of my new term in office, I will sign an executive order making clear to federal agencies that under the correct interpretation of the law, going forward, the future children of illegal aliens will not receive automatic U.S. citizenship. It's things like this that bring millions of people to our country.
So what is going to happen when someone has a baby now? Because if you have a baby in
Get
America,
deported
do you have to
altogether.
pay for that? Or do Americans have to pay when they have a baby? Do you have to pay the medical bills when you have a baby in America?
I think so, if you don't have insurance, right?
Of course. Okay. For some reason in my brain, that was a different place. Fucking hell, that is brutal.
Do we pay every year?
No, you don't pay when we have a baby.
I never had a baby.
But you don't pay, no.
I feel like Australia's slowly getting degraded.
You
I
know
have to
when
pay a
my-
little- I have to pay a little
You
bit.
know when my mum had a baby, she got paid? That was very rude of you.
Oh yeah, okay, go. Keep going. No, I didn't. She got paid by who? By your
Yeah, by the
dad?
government.
By your dad? Just hush money. Don't tell me it was me.
No, she got paid a lot for the first couple of kids. I think she got $10,000 a child.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so much money.
And that's to pay for all the baby stuff. That doesn't exist anymore, but that was a good scheme.
That was awesome. Oh, my mum got paid for having me.
Yeah.
Fucking
The first one.
Yeah, but this was in Serbia.
Baby bonus, yeah.
Costello. Fucking not the first time.
It's 5K each. Yeah, 5K each. That was awesome.
That's really good.
Yeah. My mum bought me a PlayStation when I was born. It was great. So what's going to
Future
happen?
too.
People are going to come to America.
Well, people are
And-
already in
And
there.
they're going to have a baby. And now that baby, firstly, how do they even have the baby? Because they don't have welfare. They can't pay for the baby.
No,
to
well,
be
I think
born.
that's the thing.
And
If
then
you-
they're going to get deported with a newborn baby.
yeah, fucked. But also,
Yeah, deport just the baby. That's what you should do.
oh my god, I just don't even understand how you even meant to make it work, even with that law in place. Because it's too expensive to have a baby in America.
This makes no sense.
But if you have it a natural birth, how are you going to get accreditation that it happened in the country?
That is crazy.
Oh,
And they enter our country illegally. My policy will choke off a major incentive for
That's pretty good. My mum was getting calls from the hospital to collect their bills after my brother and I were born and told the call to just come and take us back. Put him back in.
Put him back in. I don't want him.
You get fined and jailed for miscarriages. Oh, yeah, in the right state. Yeah, it's so fucked.
Wait. You can get fined
Well,
for a miscarriage.
If it's like, if something happens and they have to,
consider
an
on
abortion.
purpose.
Well, I think there's, there are cases where it's like, oh my God, the baby's going to kill you. We've got to do something. And then it's just like, oh, well, you killed him.
That's fucked.
continued illegal immigration, deter more migrants from coming, and encourage many of the aliens.
This thing, American Nazis are too fat and lazy to actually physically carry out all this. It's not going to be fine. I think America has like the most bloated and well-armed fucking police force and military in the world. They're very good at doing this stuff. This is what they do all around the world. Is fucking like either kill people or abduct them or fucking move them around. Like this is,
Yeah. I don't think they're going to have a problem doing this at all.
Yeah. There is a Cheeto in the White House.
Also, an 18-year-old recently died because she was denied an abortion in 2 hospitals. I don't understand. Why are you sneezing?
No, I was going to vomit.
Oh, you're going to vomit. Okay, that's an all right reaction.
Yeah.
Joe Biden is unlawfully let into our country to go back to their home countries. They must go back. Nobody could afford this. Nobody could do this. And even morally, it's so wrong. My order will also end their unfair practice known as birth tourism, where hundreds of thousands of people from all over the planet squat in hotels for their last few weeks of pregnancy.
Squat. I love they don't even pay for the hotel.
How much does this actually happen? I kind of want to know.
I mean, I think it happens a lot. I don't know if it's called birth tourism. I think that's his like.
I know.
33,000 babies get born.
There's not many at all.
But also, like, you don't like illegal immigration.
Yeah.
How is a baby an issue? Like, all these fucking right-wing freaks are always like, oh, the birth rate. This is a baby born in your country.
Yeah.
This is literally just the skin color's wrong. Because, like, what's the difference? A baby is literally born in your country.
Yeah.
From birth to death, they're going to be raised as an American.
Yeah, it makes no sense. What is the problem?
Yeah, I don't understand.
To illegitimately and illegally obtain U.S. citizenship for the
Babies
child.
are stealing our
Often
jobs.
to
That's so good. Just the like Anglo-American dude who's just like drooling and like sucking his own toes. He's like, oh man,
This baby can Google Gaga like I can.
doing it for cheaper.
Oh, baby's doing it for free.
I put my pants for no reason. I think that's crazy. I think there's so many fucking people right now who are just like, well, I'm fucked. My whole life, I've worked so hard to make this thing happen. And now what? Now I'm going to be arrested.
Boss Baby was fear-mongering propaganda. This is what babies can do.
Don't let him in.
Don't let those babies in.
later exploit chain migration to jump the line and get green cards for themselves and their family members. It's a practice that's so horrible and so egregious.
And it's like, what do you think these people are going to do once they get green cards? They're going to be just as boring as every fucking white person in America. They're going to work.
No,
They're just going to be better at it. And
Then
fucking...
they're going to get a white card, then they're going to get a black card, and then they're going to get a white belt.
Oh,
That's what's going to happen.
And then they're going to fucking karate kick
They're going
everyone.
to be. They're skipping the system. Karate has rules for a reason.
Yeah, they're going straight to black belt.
They're going straight to black belt. That's not possible.
We let it go forward. At least one parent will have to be a citizen or a legal resident in order to qualify. We will secure our borders and we will restore our sovereignty starting on day one. Our country will be great again. Our country will be a country again. We'll have borders. We'll have proper education.
We did this before on one of the previous streams, and they were arguing about immigration. You know when the most immigrants were being brought into America?
When?
During George W. Bush's term.
Yeah.
That was the peak. Ever since then, it's been going down. Yeah, very funny.
Yeah. So he's going to make America great again, but not
Bring
that.
it back to Clinton levels.
Yeah, is what he wants. All right, you want to watch another?
Yeah.
Let's see what else
let's
we
go
got.
have another one.
I'm enjoying these.
Wait, there.
That one's just weird. What is
Yeah.
that? How is he going to deal with drug addiction? I kind of want to know that.
I mean, I'm interested. Yeah, at
Let's
least
see what
he's
else
going to
he's
do
got.
like a Maoist kind of just like.
Rebuilding America's depleted military.
Oh yes. I love that.
Okay, maybe that one.
I think it's so funny that the Democrats pivoted to be like, we got the most lethal military. Like they're like exactly the same kind of warmongers as the Republicans, and it doesn't matter because if you're presented with that choice, you're still going to vote. If you care about America having a really strong military that can destroy everyone in the world, you're still going to vote for the Republicans.
That's crazy.
There's no point doing the same thing that they're doing.
In a period of less than 1 week, Joe Biden accidentally admitted that we're sending cluster bombs to Ukraine because the United States is running out of ammunition. I don't know how that works, but that's what he said. Then he called up reserve forces.
What the hell does that mean? I feel like he's a bit confused. I think there's like the argument that, you know, America's like more or less run by the military industrial complex. And so all the stuff they give to Ukraine is actually like really useful for that industry because they're giving them all their old stock, which means that all these new contracts have to get written up and all these companies get to make heaps of money selling the new stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what he's paraphrasing in some really backwards way, or maybe he's just not saying anything.
I don't know what he's saying. Yeah, I think you're giving him too much credit.
Because he said we're giving it to them because we're running out. No, I think he's just an idiot.
I don't understand.
I still maybe think he's smart. I don't know. You got me a little bit there.
I think he's a complete idiot.
That we're sending cluster bombs to Ukraine because the United States is running out of ammunition. I don't know how that works, but that's what he said.
Oh, no,
then he
he's
called
saying
up
that.
reserve forces to ship them to Europe, proving that we are running out of troops, and that's also a fact. We have very few people signing up to join our military.
That's
These
good.
That's
actions
true.
reveal just what an insanely dangerous.
That's why I think he's going to do a war with Russia.
Why?
Because people are going to join to fight Russians.
Maybe. Well, I think he needs another 9/11.
I think Call of Duty is going to release a thing. Again, Call of Duty, Americans versus Russians. Then people will be like, sick, this is cool.
They've been
Not gonna
doing
join.
every single Call of Duty
Yeah,
has been
against
Americans versus
Russians,
Russians.
yeah.
Like, I don't think
That was Modern Warfare 2, wasn't it?
that every one of them since then.
Yeah.
Fucking
Okay.
awesome.
Every Call of Duty? Okay. All right.
It's so funny.
I
that
haven't played Call of Duty recently.
Funny that we've been fantasizing a war with Russia like since when was the first anti-Russia Call of Duty?
Was
When
it
was the
Modern
no
Warfare
Russian
2?
one?
Modern
It could have
Warfare
been
2
Modern Warfare 2.
was the one where the Russians did the airport
Yeah,
shooting.
but that would have been ages ago. That would have been like 2007 or something.
Modern Warfare 1? Did I play Modern Warfare?
2004 was no Russian.
It was more overt. No, it was Modern Warfare 2, yeah.
Yeah, no Russian was one of them.
War with China is more likely? I think war with Russia is more likely than war with China.
Well, I think no, I don't think so. I think the Democrats were the war with Russia guys. I think the Republicans are more sensible. They're like one war at a time.
I hope so.
But I think they're the war with Iran guys.
Oh, I think that's more likely than
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's as impactful, and I don't think as many people are going to... Although, if heaps of people... But people signed up for Afghanistan because of 9/11 in Iraq.
Yeah, let's fight over Afghanistan because of this shit.
I don't
Yeah,
think-
no, I mean, maybe something will happen in America.
Yeah, maybe.
That would be
What?
so good if he did a fucking Bush thing. What would he destroy?
What's the next? What would be what?
The ball in the big orb in Las Vegas. 100%.
No,
They're gonna fly a train into the ball.
what about the St. Louis Arc? They'll fly a plane into it,
Oh.
and they'll miss. They'll go through the middle.
Yeah, I'm like, who narrowly escaped
Narrowly
Al
escaped.
Qaeda 2.
Luckily, the building went whoop. He would destroy a NASCAR
That's right.
racetrack with
God.
an e-bike.
Yes,
Statue of Liberty.
someone would hack the Cybertrucks and just make probably hundreds of missiles. Just,
That would be bad.
I mean,
That
I
would be
feel
bad.
like
The
I
bean,
don't know. I'm
bean in Chicago would be a sad one.
Oh, I like the bean.
The bean.
But you can't destroy it. You'd probably just like smack into it and roll it down the street.
yeah,
until
that
it
thing's
fell into the
invincible.
water. Is there water? There is water. That's like Michigan, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll it into the lake.
Bean on the run. Fuck that.
Being on the run.
dangerous situation Biden and the demented warmongers have led us into. Less than 3 years ago, I'd fully rebuilt the United States military and steered America into such a strong global position that peace was breaking out all over the world. We had peace through strength. 29 months
Why do
later,
they
the
keep
arsenal.
saying that? I feel like that fucking catchphrase come up so much over the past like 3 months.
Peace through strength.
Israel's really fucking melted our brains. Like I'm not a huge fan of George Orwell. You know, I think his shit's
Yeah.
lame. But like it's always that classic takeaway where they're like, the reason the tagline for the evil empire is so bad is because it's a complete, like, it's contradictory.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 100%.
And there's just like, you're just copying dystopia fiction.
Yeah.
Peace through strength.
It's crazy.
Hospitals are empty. The stockpiles are bare. The treasury is
Peace
drained.
through
The
strength.
ranks are being hollowed out. Our country has been totally
Justice of the
humiliated.
peace through strength.
And we have a corrupt, compromised president, crooked Joe Biden, who is dragging us into World War III. And that's what's
Straight through
happening
piss.
on behalf of a nation
Anyway,
that paid his
you guys
family
suck.
millions and millions of dollars in obvious bribes. All you have to do is take a look at how much China, how much Ukraine have paid the Biden family. It's a total disgrace and a very dangerous one.
What's Biden doing vagina? So good.
Talking about
Oh my
Crooked
God.
Joe and Bulk Bill. Yeah, well, he just says stuff.
I remember my Twitter feed's so fucked. I get all this like Musk propaganda.
Yeah.
But one of them was like these kids in a classroom, and the boy was like pro-Trump and the girls were anti-Trump. And they're talking about how they're taking away girls' rights. He's like, what rights have you lost? Bro, you're all virgins. You're not even getting abortions. Why does this matter for you? And it's like, it's set up as this hectic own, like, you know, smart Trump boy puts kids in their place. And then at one point he's like, you guys care so much about abortions, but even just yesterday, Trump ended the China war. He ended the China war. I mean, this is a kid talking, but it's just like, it's so emblematic of like the way these people think. It's just like, I just don't understand looking at him as some geopolitics figure that's going to like solve these problems.
But also, no one should be sharing videos of children talking about politics. Children are allowed to be idiots.
Stupid, yeah.
They're children. They're allowed to say dumb stuff. All of us had fucking stupid political opinions or just dumb opinions as a child. You don't understand anything.
Yeah.
You lie. The fact that someone is sharing that as an own is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
He ended the Taiping Rebellion. He ended the Opium War.
Under these circumstances, the notion that we would even consider admitting Ukraine into NATO at this time is completely unhinged. Joe Biden can't even walk up a flight of stairs on Air Force One, and he can't put two sentences together. The last thing that this incompetent administration should be doing is risking war with a nuclear-armed Russia or China
maybe he's not gonna
or
do it.
other countries. We have somebody that doesn't have a clue.
I'm not from America, so I guess I can say this will be very unpopular. I don't care about any of Trump's social policies. If he actually becomes some peace guy,
It could be,
I say
it could
America,
be net good overall.
sorry guys, GG. I'm sure it's fucked. I'm happy that America's not doing it
Yeah,
anymore.
if you guys,
But
are
that's
the
not what he's going to be.
No, it's not going to be that. But if you guys are the sacrifice, I will happily give up 350 million of you
for the
world
remainder
peace.
8 billion of
And
us.
you must
How
understand.
many billions do we have?
We got like 7.2 billion, 7.3 billion.
Yeah, sorry guys.
So sorry, guys, you're going to have to make a sacrifice here. It's for world peace, as Trump said.
It's not going to happen.
It's
though.
not going to happen at all.
He says he
doesn't do anything.
But also everything he says is contradictory. He's just like, oh, Biden's crazy guy. He's risking war with a nuclear power. I'm building up our armies so we can be strong and go to war. It's just like, it's all the same thing.
But it's not going to happen at all. The world will be at peace after the great nuclear war. Yeah.
I hate that. What's the point of being at peace then?
Yes.
We've done once we do all the killing.
Have you not seen Wall-E?
No, I actually haven't.
It could, what?
I've never seen it.
Is it good?
I don't like propaganda.
Have you not seen Wall-E?
Any depictions of life after nuclear war,
It's a
I
great
don't care
movie.
about it. I've actually never seen it.
That was
no.
like that was probably the last good Disney movie I watched. Then the other ones
No,
got
Inside Out was
too
later
woke
than that.
for me.
Inside Out was later than that.
I haven't watched Inside Out.
The first one.
I haven't watched Threads.
Yes, you
haven't watched Inside Out.
haven't watched the first Inside
No,
Out?
everyone keeps
Have
telling
you
me
watched
to
the
watch
second
it.
one? You have watched Inside Out.
I have not watched Inside Out. That's not a joke.
You should watch it. It's really good.
I'm not doing my cheeky face.
It's really good. Nah.
I haven't watched it. I haven't actually watched it. Isn't
I'm not
Wall-E post?
anti-Wall-E. I just haven't seen it.
Wall-E is post climate change. Oh, okay. It's fun.
Inside Out's really good.
Yeah.
I've never seen Up.
Represent.
Up was alright. It's too sobby for me. Bloody. You love old people though. Like.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
There's
fucking
an old
cry.
guy.
Fuck that. Yeah, I can't watch it.
Wall-E is Russian propaganda. Maybe.
Why?
Okay.
Representing us. When I'm back in the White House on day one, we are returning to a foreign policy that puts America's interests first. America's chief interest in Eastern
When
Europe
has it
is
not
peace
been
It's
and
first?
so insulting to think that, like, it's just like drinking your own Kool-Aid, and that America needs to pretend that it's helping people in order to push its like empire. And it's so funny to come full circle and be like, we really got to stop helping those guys. It's like, no, it's like you're not helping anyone. It's so stupid. I think it's just really, it's kind of really cute the way the narrative progresses, because like the peace candidate option would be like, we're not helping anyone. Like, as in all the things we claim to help is just expanding our empire.
Yeah.
But it's funny that they're all so brainwashed that within their argument they kind of reinforce each other's positions, because it helps the Democrats to think that they're like selfless and helping people when they're actually just expanding markets and pushing American businesses to control different things.
Yeah.
It's just insane. They're so dumb.
stability. We want people to stop dying. This war should never have happened, but it is long past time to end the senseless death and destruction. The numbers are much worse than you're reading about or hearing about or than they're telling you. Many more people are dying than you have any idea, and certainly many more than they're willing to say. Then, as I work to again rebuild America's military strength and deterrence,
it's just such awesome assumptions. Like, who is not telling you how many people are dying in the world?
Yeah,
there's a secret amount of people dying in the world, and there's a concerted effort.
There would be, people being killed in Palestine. Yes, would probably be lower numbers from Israel.
But he wouldn't say that.
No, so he will end all wars by appointing a bunch of war hawks to his cabinet.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Every single person he's brought in is like the worst version of invading other countries. That's it.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Joe Biden so foolishly squandered. We need to take a long, hard look at defense procurement and our defense industrial base, because it's been withered down to nothing. Given all the money we spend on the Pentagon, it's unacceptable that we would ever run out of ammunition or be unable to quickly produce the weapons needed. I will provide record funding for our military, just as I did 4 great years. If you think about what...
I mean, that's what Biden was giving record funding for the military. Every single person ends up breaking a record. Do $2 trillion. The whole entire GDP, give it to the military.
Make the Pentagon a hexagon.
Make it no, that's smaller. You want it bigger.
Hexagon is 6.
Pentagon's 5. Sorry, I was thinking it was an octagon.
You want an octagon?
Yeah. When you said Pentagon, I pictured octagon.
What's a decagon?
10. What about dodecahedron?
Dodecahedron? No, that's
how many is that?
That's a 3D. That's like this, Alexa.
Yeah, he's gonna build the Death Star.
A dodecahedron. A dodecahedron, guys.
What is it though?
12. It's 12. That's
12
pretty cool.
faces though, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides, but for 12 faces, but all of them
This will be very easy for a plane to hit, though. The good thing about a Pentagon, it's hollow in the middle. The planes could miss.
You're right. Oh, this tells us how many sides there are.
They hit the dodecahedron.
That's a complaint has hit the octagon.
Hey, that's the net of a... He's not a monster. Give the Pentagon 70 more sides. Yeah, exactly. Stack them on top of each other.
D12. Yeah. Pentagon rolled a critical hit.
We were able to do 4 great years of rebuilding our military, and we rebuilt it bigger and better and stronger than ever before. And now look at what's happened, and we have no ammunition. As told stupidly by our president to the world so that everybody could know it. But I will also insist that we get more for every dollar spent.
It's almost baffling the kind of, like, Democrats are so fucking stupid and evil. But when you watch them, you know the kind of dickhead who likes them.
Yeah.
Watching this guy, it's like, it's actually baffling to think of the kind of person who likes him.
No.
It's like, do you think Biden came to power and like actively destroyed the military? Like,
I think they do.
There's no, like, what is he, why? Why does he want to make the military worse? And like, he's done nothing but fund it more.
I don't understand.
It's just, you actually have to be completely brain dead. With the Democrats, you just have to be evil.
No, but
Trump, you have to be a fucking imbecile.
Yeah, he made the military woke. That was the problem.
Did he?
Too many black people in the military.
spent
Oh my
because we're spending
God.
too much money foolishly and our prices are too high. In addition, I will ask Europe to reimburse us for the cost of rebuilding the stockpiles sent to Ukraine, which they should be doing now, but Joe Biden is too weak and too disrespected to even ask. The fact is that we've spent almost 200
No, I think
billion.
shit like this, like saying stuff like this, is his peace plan for Ukraine.
Yeah.
Like,
Making them pay.
yeah, because they can't. The
Yeah.
only reason they stand a chance and they can resist Russia's aggression is because of America.
But then that doesn't work either. Because then I think Russia will just keep invading.
They're not going to go through Europe.
They're not going to go through Europe,
that's
but
the
they
boogeyman.
might take Ukraine.
Yeah,
But
that's the end.
then that's his version of peace. Then
I guess
just
so.
let the invasion win. I thought, yeah,
Europe
If
pay
that's-
us back, but it's also just so funny because, like, again, it's like putting the cart before the horse or whatever the fuck, chicken and the egg and the thing. It's just like, it's not. You're not getting ripped off by Europe. The reason Europe is part of this whole thing is for Americans to like whitewash their own imperial aims. Be like, no, this is a communal effort. So if we all chip in a little bit, like, you can all swear fealty to the American Empire and do what we say. But pretending that it's like the Europeans are ripping us off, like, this is not in Europe's interest.
no,
Having a fucking war on the continent for US foreign policy.
yeah, that is crazy.
Like, that's not, it's so backwards.
The Ballad of Ho Chi Minh plays in the background. Wish I was playing that.